How to listen to the Callisto Protocol, Helix Station, scripted podcast. The Callisto Protocol, Helix Station is available on all the biggest podcast platforms across the globe, including Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Sirius, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, and TuneIn. The Callisto Protocol is the debut science fiction title of Striking Distance Studios, founded by the creators of Dead Space and Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare. It will be released on December 2, 2022. Official description. Set on Jupiter's moon Callisto in the year 2320, the Callisto Protocol is a next-generation take on survival horror. The game challenges players to escape the maximum security Black Iron prison and uncover its terrifying secrets. A blend of horror, action, and immersive storytelling, the game aims to set a new bar for horror in interactive entertainment. Development. The Callisto Protocol takes inspiration from a number of sources. One of them is Meteor Down, a science fiction survival game conceptualized by Glenn Schofield. Schofield was wary of the similarities between Meteor Down and Dead Space, but nevertheless pitched it to companies like Google, Microsoft, and PlayStation. Meteor Down was planned to be an entry in the universe of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The story of Meteor Down involved a cataclysmic meteor impact. Despite the differences in timeframe, there would be Easter eggs referencing PUBG. According to Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance viewed PUBG as a timeline of stories that are connected by themes of survival. A timeline was plotted connecting PUBG to Meteor Down, later renamed the Callisto Protocol. However, the setting was changed to a colonized Callisto in the 24th century. The developers used artificial intelligence inspired by a process called generative design when designing the game's objects, environments, and characters. By taking human-designed objects and putting them through this AI, the designs were optimized for efficiency. The Callisto Protocol gameplay details. The Callisto Protocol is a third-person survival horror game built for a new generation of players. It's effectively a love letter to Visceral Games' Dead Space, 2008, and Dead Space 2, 2011, albeit infused with a decade's worth of introspection and iteration from creator Glenn Schofield. If you haven't played either of the best horror games of the Xbox 360 generation, then you should know that you're in for a hellishly scary time. The Callisto Protocol works overtime to build a foreboding sense of tension through dense, dark atmospheric levels, interspersing exploration with quick hits of gruesome combat versus grotesque opponents. The only way to survive is to hack off and blast away limbs, wrench enemies into dangerous components of the environment with a gravity gun, or pummeled flesh into mulch in heavy melee combat. Like Dead Space, the Callisto Protocol isn't for the faint of heart. Glenn Schofield says that while there are natural similarities between Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol, Striking Distance has sought to imbue its new-gen survival horror with more depth beyond all the expected death and dismemberment. The combat is different in our game, right? You can decide what you want to do. There's melee, there's stealth, and there's a weapon system which you upgrade through skill trees. Then there's the GRP, which is the advanced gravity gun, where now you can pick up enemies. That introduces sandbox elements, in that you can pick stuff up around the world, you can use the enemies as meat shields, throw them into fans, or into another enemy, says Schofield, adding, through all this, you can pick the way you want to go. What is the Callisto Protocol? Set on the eponymous frozen moon orbiting Jupiter, the Callisto Protocol takes place in the faraway year 2320. Humanity expanded into the solar system, giving people new lives in off-world colonies, where they can begin again and lead a fulfilling life of adventure and happiness in places thriving with life and wonder. Unfortunately, Callisto is not one of those places. It is a frozen wasteland sitting atop an endless ocean of water, and the main human presence on the surface consists of the Black Iron Prison, a maximum security penitentiary where nobody begins their life again and most simply end it. Your role is simple: escape this frozen hell and uncover its terrifying secrets. The Callisto Protocol release date and platforms. The Callisto Protocol release date is locked for December 2, 2022. That was confirmed over the summer, when developer Striking Distance Studios appeared at the Sony State of Play showcase in June with a new trailer, a first look at the Callisto Protocol gameplay, following 3 years of teases from creative director Glenn Schofield. Striking Distance also confirmed that the Callisto Protocol will launch on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One. While the studio hasn't ruled out the Callisto Protocol Game Pass release, Schofield says that he has discussed the possibility with Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, but he wants to give the game time in the market before committing to any subscription services.